Testing, testing. Hello. We had some technical difficulties with audio there, as you would have realised, and apologies for the late running then of the start of this race. Not the best way to start the new year, but we're sorted it finally. Fragmaster's GTI Thursday 2023 kicks off at Blackwood Historic with both the GTI classes as part of the GTI Masters series, which will take up the first 4 rounds of the season. We did explain this, but no one could hear us, so we'll do it after race number 1. Zdravko Topolnjak joins me in the commentary box for this year. Zdravko, that was a bit of a false start, but we're going to get straight into race 1 in a few moments.
Well, I got all the errors out of the way and nobody heard it, so that's great.
Yeah, an issue we have never had before in that way, so that's interesting. But anyway, let's quickly, while the drivers get ready for the start of the race, talk about the qualifying session that we have just had actually on the server. Fatal took pole ahead of TJ, Twin Cam, Upsas, Mantas, Carl, Jarmalo, Igor, Fnatic, and Doctor, the top 10. So yeah, that is the way things stand in qualifying, Zdravko.
Yeah, and this is done with XRG car. The next race will be done with XFG because we want to see who is the best driver with both cars on this track.
Yeah, indeed. So we're going to have 2 races tonight, one with the XRG, one with the XFG. There's going to be a 10-minute qualifying session between 2 races where we're going to talk a little bit about the GTI Masters series and the stuff that we normally cover at the beginning of these broadcasts. And there's about 20 seconds to go before the start of the race. And then we're going to get going for GTI Thursday in 2023. It's quite exciting. And we're all ready to go here finally. Apologies for the late running. This was a technical issue on our side. But we have cars on the grid, Zdravko, and we're ready to go racing.
Yeah. So, first position Fatal, followed by last year's champion TJ. Will be an interesting fight to watch. Let's see how the start goes for them. The first 5 or 6 cars are heading downhill, so they have a nice advantage on the start. And the green light is on. Fatal gets a good start. TJ slots behind him. He's followed by Twin Cam, by Abscess, and by Mantis. So 3 B2R cars chasing the leading pack of 2. As TJ sends one on the inside, Fatal defends from the outside, touches grass a bit. But I think he will be okay. Now it's a long stretch up to turn 2. And it's a big train. Everybody drafting. And the most vulnerable car is the leading car. But TJ, I don't think TJ is close enough. But B2R cars are gonna swamp TJ. Twin Cam tries to go for the outside move on TJ. As Abscess wants to go on the inside. Will he take advantage of TJ fighting with Twin Cam? He decides to slot behind as Twin Cam takes a bit of optimistic move and loses the place to Abscess. Now Abscess has a run on TJ. Will TJ defend the outside? He will not. He takes the inside line. Pushes Abscess really close. They touch a bit and Twin Cam goes to the inside. TJ loses the second place. Now Absis lost like 3 places. He's behind TJ Mentes and Yarmolo now, as Mentes goes wide on the grass. He will slot back in, and he gets back in front of Absis, so he will give him speed advantage over Yarmolo.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
lots of
Fatal is...
fighting in the background as well, Zdravko. But yeah, Fatal's getting a runaway here.
Yeah, Fatal is the most lucky of that fighting with TJ and B2R drivers. And it's not even over.
No, absolutely. And yeah, it's 2x2 as they head out of where the chicane would normally be. We're watching Rick 98 there on the left-hand side, tailing his teammate. Got a 3 wide around Rayman as well. This is going to be interesting. There's 3 wide ahead of them as well. Rick 98 in the middle. No, on the left-hand side still. Rick 98 trying to go all the way around the outside. Doesn't work out. And Doctor there takes the lead of that trio again.
Well, he managed to keep ahead of Loco, so that's good. Not easy from the outside.
We can take a bit of a breather now, Zdravko, and talk about the GTI Masters series.
Yeah, well, the GTI Master Series is a thing we made for the start of the season. So in the first month of season, we will have 4 races done with both cars. So every week we will have 2 shorter races. First we drive one type of GTI car, then we drive the second car. So we want to see who is the best driver with both cars on 4 different tracks. The tracks are picked by top 3 drivers of the previous season and by winner of the last race of the last season. Did I forget anything? I think, yeah, the winner gets the best prize ever, and that's GTI Master role in Discord and worldwide fame.
Yeah, absolutely. The worldwide fame is more important, I think. We've got side-by-side action here with Leo and Agustin.
Yeah, interesting to see Leo there. So he's P13. I'd say maybe best XFG driver in the field.
Yeah, well, Twin Cam is the best XRG driver in the field, having won the This Is Crashmas 2022. And he's P2 at the moment, so all that Crashmas victory has gone to his head a little bit here.
I guess it's a bit sad for him now because Fatal is so far ahead. He has nobody to crash into now.
Yep, Fatal has a comfortable lead here ahead of Twin Cam, but it's Upsas that's looking to make a move on TJ as we approach the bottom of the back straight. He's not quite close enough to make a move. Thinks about it. TJ left a little bit of room, but not enough to actually affect a pass on that time around.
Yeah, I mean you really gotta be close. Gotta be close out of turn 1 to get a draft, and TJ is still close to Twin Cam, so he still gets a bit of draft.
Yarmalo dropped off a little bit in 2022, but he's back in P6.
Yeah, Yarmolo was leading after first 2 months, but then decided to skip some races. So the field has stretched out a bit now. after the early stages. But we still have the full grid of 40 cars driving. And the most interesting is, I think, the battle for second, third, and fourth position, as Abscess and Twinkum go side by side and TJ is trailing them all and getting the speed advantage. I think TJ might send one. He's taking the outside line. Well, he's forced for the outside line. And he breaks. So yeah, he breaks too late, goes very wide. Let's see what happens. He loses place to Abscess. Twinkum goes for the inside. I think Twinkum has this. TJ decides to touch, but loses the place anyway.
Yeah, not the best few corners there for TJ, but a good effort anyway. Twincam very sideways into the second to last corner. And there's a queue forming behind these guys as well. TJ looks like he might have another go here as Zdravko.
Yeah, but that's a goal on Twinkum. Abscess has checked out.
Yeah, in the background, Igor's going for a send on his teammate. Oh, and taps the rear of. Yeah, that's Yarmalo. Sorry, actually tagging the back of TJ.
That's not the way you want a bump draft. Not
No.
into the braking zone. Yeah,
Big
so
send there.
Yarmolo now has a run on TJ. So for our viewers, I've been noticing that Twitch has problems.
Yeah, it's not just us.
YouTube does not, so you can watch it on YouTube too.
Yeah, Twitch has been having issues of late. Jamolo's 3 wide here. There's contact in the middle. Oh, goodness me, he's getting bumped around a lot by Igor. 3 does not go into 1 there. They were all lucky to keep it back on the
now
road.
loses place to Fnatic. That did not look too good from Igor. Yarmolo had nowhere to go. He had TJ on the other side and there was no space to push a nose in, I think. Yarmolo now has his work cut out.
No room at the inn there, unfortunately. And on the outside there is Carl's in another Subaru livery. And he's fighting with Doctor. Doctor being pushed down. Well, no, actually, he's maintaining the side-by-side.
I kinda hate Nico for ruining the Subaru livery for me. I always get scared when I see it.
Fnatic versus Yarmalo, and Yarmalo keeping P5 for himself at the moment. Fnatic has checked out completely at the front now.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but look behind him, Yarmolo, Mentes, and Fnatic.
Yeah.
So
oh no, not another 3 wide.
Ooh, this will be very close.
Oh!
I think Mentes still has the space, but now the grass. Oh, okay, Yarmolo was nice enough to give him 1 car's width space. And Mentes was not that nice to push him into Fnatic a bit.
Absolutely not. No love lost there. But there we are.
So our Subaru driver follows the fight with Leo and Loco ahead of him. It's fun, I mean, in GTIs, when you drive so close to somebody, you kinda hope they touch a bit. You can sneak on the inside and gain 2 places. And Loco does really look interested in Leo's position. So that's fight for P10. As Fnatic pits. I think he will be the leader of pitted cars.
Yeah, you think so? I don't think anybody too high up has pitted either. But at the front here, we've now got TJ still trying to get past Twincam. Twincam weaving all over the road to try and break that slipstream. And Loco and Leo
again,
in the background.
for P9, we got Loco and Leo again, now taking draft from Leo. Leo gives him the inside for turn 2. I don't think I'd do that. But let's see what happens. Loco is definitely on the limiter already. He brakes good, does not overshoot, but Leo hangs it out on the outside. Oh, Loco braked too soon, I think. Leo looks to be better on brakes. Just gotta avoid the sausage curb. Gotta avoid not pushing Loco out of the track. And Loco still gets the inside for the next turn. This will go on, I think.
Yeah, this is going to be a gaggle. I mean, Blackwood and GTIs are synonymous, and this is why you end up with pack racing the whole race.
This is what you race when you install the game. I'm sorry, when you install the racing simulator.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is what everybody races, and I think that the difference between drivers is being shown in that everybody knows how to drive this, and it just so happens that my teammate knows how to drive it the best.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. Upsas is currently the only car even anywhere close, 2.2 seconds off. Twin Cam is still in a fight with TJ. TJ trying to go around the outside. He's not had much luck around this corner today, and again he's going to drift wide. It's not going well for him. Another B2R car slips through. That's Mantas.
Yeah, I know what brakes TJ uses, and I know why that happens to him, but I don't know if I can say why they are bad and who makes them.
Well,
is Sim Broadcast sponsored by Logitech, or do they want to be?
Is he using Logitech pedals? Is that true?
Yeah, he went from G27 to G29, and I told him just throw the G29 pedals into trash and use G27, but he did not, and now he outbrakes himself and goes wide. Because that's what you do when you have G29 pedals.
Oh well. Yeah, well, so TJ is still getting used to his brand new G29 pedals from Logitech. Other pedals are available. Not having the best time. But here we go, another three-way fight with Yarmalo and some Road Appraiser drivers.
Yeah, Yarmola looks to be in triple Road Appraiser sandwich, and he will be the topping after this.
Oh my
god!
Yeah, this happened before. We're seeing it again. This is the second time.
I mean, kudos to Igor for stopping that car.
That is true. Yeah, that's a little bit uncomfortable. I don't know why they're sandwiching him so hard. That would be unnecessary, really.
Yeah, it's a.
Oh my goodness. That's a bit brutal.
I mean, they gotta know that tiny touch can have brutal consequences, because we are talking about drivers from different parts of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a yellow flag ahead. Somebody is going through the...
Yeah, I think that's a back marker.
Yeah, he is.
Well, there we go. Interesting stuff here. But one thing that isn't interesting is Fatal's race. He's had it pretty smoothly so far. 2 seconds back to Upsas. Mantas now in P3 with Twin Cam on the charge. And if we remind ourselves about how the 2020 season finished, it was the Born to Race team who took the team's championship victory. For this very reason, there's a lot of them, and they tend to be at the top of the grid in GTI Thursday.
Yeah, they got 4 drivers in top 10. If I would be Carlos, I would get bored real fast. He has been watching Leo and Loco go and get it for I think like 5-6 laps. And he's still lifting.
Well, let's get bored with him. Let's ride in solidarity with Carl's. Press F.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Loco is defending. I don't know if you heard it, but Carl's lifted
Carl's
a
is
bit.
lifting on the straight. Yeah, he's trying to find a way through.
Yeah, so I think he's betting on them just having a moment. But to be fair, they had quite
plenty,
yeah.
Yeah.
And the opening didn't happen, so sometimes you gotta push and try to make your own luck.
Yeah, you've got to send it where you can.
Yeah, and this is probably the most crucial turn in the track, so you gotta be close on the exit of this turn. And Carlos has a nice line. He goes a bit wider into entry and gets a better exit, but has to, I think, lift a bit because Leo didn't get really good turn. But now I think Leo should be in big trouble if Carlos doesn't lift. Let's see, he's gaining. He will take the inside line. I think Leo can sign his new P10 easily.
Yeah, he's registered as having the fastest lap of the race, which is a little bit unusual.
Stubborn.
Yeah.
Leo is quite stubborn on the brakes. I'd say Leo does not have G29 brakes.
Zdravko, you have very strong opinions on certain things. I'm adding G29 pedals by Logitech to that list.
Yeah, I had them for a year.
I'm sorry, I'll send flowers.
Yeah, I was not happy. Zdravko pits. I mean, my honest opinion is that even DFGT pedals were better than G29, and the only problem was brake for me. I know people that drive G29 pedals and just use clutch as a pedal, but that's also not a solution.
Doesn't sound like a good solution. Let's see where TwinCam comes out in relation to
right ahead of
Fnatic. Yep, just ahead.
And that's for position, because Fnatic was the leading car that pitted.
Yep.
Yeah, but that actually means that Fnatic is quite high up there.
Yeah, should be a top 5 finish for Fnatic if it keeps that.
He did gain some.
Upsas is catching slowly, but I don't know if there are enough laps left for him to actually get past. Free to go after this one. And well, let's see how he closes up the lap. See where. Well, actually, Fatal's got some traffic ahead of him that just moves out of the way in time. But not enough. He's gone onto the grass. He's had to change his line quite significantly there to get past that back marker. Upsas will be hoping he doesn't have similar challenges when he gets closer. The gap only 100th down, so not too much of a...
Where you catch the traffic is important here. If you catch it out of turn 1 and you get the draft, that's like jackpot time. But Hernani moves out of the way. He does not want to influence the race.
Yeah, good stuff.
I've been watching through the field and it really looks like somebody glued Leo and Loco together.
Well, they are inseparable. So much so that Carl's decided he was bored of being involved in their squabbles and pitted. And we'll see where he comes out, because hopefully he makes the jump. He's just come out behind Rick 98. So they head down the back straight.
Yeah, so TwinCam and Fnatic are in a fight for that first position of pitted cars. And with 2 laps to go, it will be interesting if somebody pits now and does not wait for the last lap.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy pit lane on the
Our
final lap.
leader goes ahead and
Upsets
upsets
pits.
pits.
Yeah.
Yeah, and almost hits the wall. Style points there.
TJ in as well. Doctor in as well, follows him in. Marlow in as well. And basically everybody else on the track deciding to come into pit lane, including Leo and Loco.
So
Their names sound like a double act, and well,
so we got Unite with non-sided skin, driving in non-sided position. It's third now, but it's because of
actually
pits.
second now, but I'll let you off. In fact, no, he is third. That is Upsas who rejoins.
Thank you. I will let you off too.
Yeah, thanks.
So Abscess is obviously now the leading car that pitted, and Unite is taunting him in chat and saying he pitted. But I think Abscess sees what skin
Upsas must
Unite
know.
drives,
You must know.
and he will know. Yeah. Oh my God, Abscess just dominates Nico on the brakes. He gained half of the distance between them in one braking zone.
This is going to get spicy. Rick 98 on the outside again, and Carl's is going to be able to get through him now. But look ahead of Carl's. He's quite a distance behind Leo and Loco, who
But
are
look at this fight.
having problems of their own.
Somebody's on the grass.
That was T-Bug on the grass. Leo gets through. So is Pablo. And Pekka Koivunen manages to get through on Carl's.
So as we
Fatal's-
got leader going out
Yeah.
of pits, I think that the fight is developing for what should be P4, and that's Fnatic versus TJ. Fnatic is quite interesting. We are entering the last lap. TJ goes quite late on the brakes, but will that be a problem with the exit? I think Fnatic had a better line. He had slower entry, but much faster exit, and TJ can try as much as he wants. I think that Fnatic has it. And all that TJ is getting with his V-Wing is he's just grinding his speed down. Yeah. I think TJ wishes he didn't have G29 pedals now. He brakes, he outbrakes himself, now touches Fnatic. They both survive. Fnatic on the outside for this turn. TJ has a better position, it's gotta be said.
I mean, I hope he hasn't thrown his old pedals away after watching this broadcast back.
As Fnatic got him on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. That turn when the driver is like, okay, I'm gonna trail bake, and G29 pedals are like, you're not. And my teammate has won. Fado wins the race, followed by Abscess, then Mantes and Twincam for 3 drivers of top 5 of B2R. Then 5th position by Fnatic, followed by trio of RP drivers, TJ, Igor and Doctor. And I think we got Loco and Leo finishing in top 10. It's a good job by Fero.
Yeah, he takes an early lead in the DTI Masters Sub-Championship with that victory, which gives us some time, actually, to talk about it, because we have a qualifying session coming up in a moment. We're going to do the results, and then we're going to do something slightly different for race number 2. Well, yeah. Just a few more cars to finish. 3 cars left to finish. And while they do that, let's see what's coming up. We have another race coming up with the XFG. And that will be the same number of laps, obviously in the other GTI car, Zdravko, which makes the GTI Masters series a little bit different to usual GTI Thursday running.
Yeah. Usually we have usually the winner of previous race picks the cars that will be used. Maybe it can be both cars, maybe it's only one car. But this month we will drive both cars on every race, and we will do it only first one car, then the second car. We don't mix them. We want everybody to drive both cars and just to see how they go.
Indeed. There is another race coming up in just a moment's time, but before that, let's do the race results. It's Fragmaster's Fatal winning the Fragmaster's GTI Thursday opening round of 2023, pulled by Fragmaster's Zdravko Topolnjak, Gold Team bias. Then it's Upsas and Mantas and Twincam, the B2R trio coming home next. Then it's Fnatic for Air Attack in P5, a trio of Road Appraiser cars in 6th, 7th and 8th, with Doctor rounding out that trio. Then it's Loco in 9th and Leo in 10th. We have a 10-minute qualifying session coming up with Zdravko, and we're not going to show pictures of that just now.
It's just started.
Yeah, exactly. It's just started. The drivers are going to do their outlaps now for 10 minutes in the XFG. Oscar, top of the next sheet, and it was João Paulo 12 laps down with the DNF. Our final finisher in that race. It was Carls who did manage the fastest lap, a 31.86. So the Subaru managed to get a decent result there.
Yeah, that's some great lap time.
So before we do race number 2, as a bit of a joke last season, Zdravko and I decided we were going to pick our winner for race 2. A few people enjoyed that little feature that we did, so we've decided to make it official. We're going to pick our winners for race 2, and we're going to keep track of the scores. And just for fun, we're going to invite Chris along for the action too. He's in the background, and we're going to ask him what his choice is going to be and relay it to you guys. Zdravko, with absolutely no knowledge of qualifying and how it's going to end, who's going to win race 2? Chris has just asked, by the way, for the results of race 1. He wasn't paying attention clearly, so I'm not going to give it to him. Zdravko, who's going to win?
I'll pick Leo and live with the wrath of Pharaoh.
Hang on, who?
I will pick Leo and live with the wrath of Pharaoh for not picking him.
Okay, so someone else can choose Fatal. Chris, seeing as it's the first round, mate, I'll give you second choice. Chris is going to pick who he thinks is going to win. I hope he's found the results. And then I'll come up with my choice. Why have you gone for Leo, Zdravko?
I draw against him a few times in XFG, and I don't want to anymore. Right. That's the easiest answer I can give you.
Okay, the cars are going on to their opening lap, and Chris has gone for TJ. So Zdravko's gone for Leo. Chris has gone for Road Appraiser TJ, and I'm going to go for... I don't want to pick Fatal. I don't know why, I just want to pick someone else. Just to clarify the rules, Zdravko, they have to win. If they don't win, no one wins, right? Okay, they have to win. Okay, that's the rules. Well, neither of you two have picked Fatal, so I'm going to take the cheap route and I'm going to choose the winner of the last race.
Before you pick.
No, I have chosen, that's it. Done. No.
So, what were
you going to say?
Did you take Pharaoh?
Did.
Yeah, I wanted to say, as it's our game,
yep,
we can amend the rules and say that the winner is the one whose driver finishes the highest.
We probably should have decided on the rules of our game before we started out.
Yeah.
I mean, the race hasn't started yet. We've got until this qualifying session ends to determine the rules of our own game. There we go. All right.
I mean, I'm fine with both.
Chris is also okay for highest finisher, so whatever. I've been told by the chat that Fatal won't win in the XFG, and I can just see his name tumbling down the order on the left-hand side of it, of the timing tower. So yeah, oh my goodness me. TJ there in P2, and Leo in P2. Oh, no, okay. Yep.
Leo ahead of Tweety, and only by 1/100 of a second.
Yeah, so Leo so supposedly so far a good choice. TJ, Chris's choice, also a good choice. And I'm currently down in P19. So who knows?
Yeah, I think Fatal can go faster. Don't worry about it. And there's still... I mean, when I look at the field, it's very hard to pick, actually. That's a very strong field up there.
Yeah, well, we will see. Fatal down in P22 currently. Lucas for the Road Appraiser currently P4. Seemingly he's enjoying the XFG. So the challenge of GTI Masters is that you have to do one race with one of the cars and then switch straight over to the other car for the second race. They do get obviously a qualifying session to warm up. This is going to be the case for the first 4 rounds of this year. So GTI Masters schedule covers the first 4 rounds of the 2023 calendar. We're going to broadcast round 1 today and round 4, and then every other GTI Thursday race at the end of each month. Sorry, GTI Thursday race at the end of each month, yeah. So the remaining 12 rounds after today.
Yeah. You know, I like it that those are quite different tracks.
Blackwood Historic, Fernweh Gold Reversed, Aston National, and West Hill National.
Yeah. Looks good. Those were good picks by the guys. So let's remember, everyone, it's top 3 finishers from last season and the last winner from the last season. So that was TJ, Donny, Mentes, and Falcon, if I'm correct.
Yeah, we have a full server. We don't have 40 qualifying times just yet. We've got 38 now. But a very, very nice grid. Currently topped by Agustin, who is coming under a bit of traffic now. Manages to get through there just fine, but leading by 0.2 of a second. He's managed to put in a very nice lap there. And we'll just wait and see what he can manage at the end of the session. Just 3.5 minutes to go. There or thereabouts. The drivers will get another 2 laps in, if they want. If they can find room on the track. It seems very, very crowded out there.
That lap from Augustine is very fast. The crowded track can help in a way. If you manage to get a good gap and some draft in that big straight.
Sure, I mean, yep.
Or like if you're in a team like RP or B2R that has few drivers and can.
Yeah, look, here's an example.
Yeah, that's a good example.
Upsas versus Rayman in qualifying. This is not a race. This is qualifying. And Upsas says thank you with the hazards.
Yeah, I mean, if they can orchestrate that, it gives them plenty of time. Because that straight's, let's say, big. So Twincam takes P2 ahead of Leo.
Yeah, Twincam is not a one-trick pony. Twincam can drive the XFG as well, and that's what GTI Masters is all about. Someone who's not mastering the GTIs right now is your teammate.
Me? Yeah. Well, he'll get better, I think. What I wanted to say is, imagine Twincam winning the Masters and being Crash Match Champion and GTI Master at the same time.
Well, yeah, exactly. It'd be great.
Oh. Yeah. Some weird definition of great. Anyway, there's a minute left on the clock. Obviously, every driver that starts a lap will be able to finish it. But are you wondering why did you pick Fatal now?
Yes.
Who was your second pick? Now
I didn't have
know.
a second pick. I struggled to pick one. Well, at least
I'd never pick Augustine. He's really surprised me.
yeah. I mean that is an outside choice. But you know, we live and learn. This is the thing. If we choose, if we have GTI, if we have XFG rounds in the future, we have something to go off now. I mean, this is only qualifying, remember?
Yeah, and again, I wonder if somebody managed to profit from draft, because in the race they will not be able to get it.
Yeah, indeed.
As Fatal lets his love for XFG known.
Yeah, he doesn't like them so much. Oh, Agustin's so confident with his result. He's gone to the pit lane, along with quite a few other cars.
The quali is over at the moment, so we're just waiting for the cars that started the lap to finish them.
Yeah, and then we're going to be going for another 16-lap race.
So TJ is still on a hot lap. Let's see how he goes. He's on the last turn now, goes over the grass. I don't think that's the fastest line over there.
No,
and
surely
he
not.
spectates, I think, even before ending the lap.
And on screen now are our choices for the second race.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how this goes. This is our new game. If you're just joining us,
I'm quite content with my choice.
Okay. Fnatic has just beaten TJ on the line. And that was the last car in qualifying. So we're going to go through our results of qualifying very quickly before the start of the race. And this is the race start for race 2. Agustin for HR gets pole position ahead of B2R Twin Cam. Then it's Leo, Zdravko's choice for the win in P3. Pablo in P4, his teammate. Then Rick 98, Igor, and Lucas. All of the wrong road appraiser drivers for Chris's choice, who's down in 14th. Faku Spin in 8th. Born to Race Upsas 9th. And Race Green's Magic in 10th. We won't talk about where my choice is. 2 minutes then. No, hang on, 1 minute before the start of the race.
Yeah. I don't think guys need 2 minutes. They're heated up.
Yeah, they're ready to go.
Yeah. These races are a bit longer, so it's good to have it done, but as admins increase the time, so 70 seconds until the start of the race. Sometimes it's almost as if somebody is listening to us and just decides, okay, let's change the time just as they said it.
Yeah, it's gone back up to a minute, so... Oh, dear me.
So just a reminder, they still have to pit in this race. It's against 16 laps. So we might watch out for somebody being in traffic or having a faster car than their qualifying position and deciding to pit early to get out of the traffic.
Well, there's a lot of different strategies you could use, but only one of them is going to win. and we're going to find out who it's going to be. Is it going to be Agustin, or is it going to be Twin Cam on the front row? And the time has gone up again. Someone in the server hates us tonight, Zdravko. To be fair, we made the whole grid wait while we sorted out OBS before the start of the stream. This is our punishment, I think.
Yeah. I think somebody needs a bit of time to sort their issue, and it's best to have all drivers ready for a race. You don't want to have a car standing on the grid and everybody crashing into it.
No, I mean, to be fair, tonight has been a story about things going wrong, hasn't it, a little bit? So, Twitch decided it was going to let go halfway through the broadcast, and we spent 8 minutes talking to ourselves at the beginning. So there we go. 5 seconds to go. Hopefully the timer will finish now, and we will get racing in the XFG. There we go. All right, we'll hide our picks for now, and we'll get the racing going. Zdravko, take us away for the start.
So the downhill for the first few cars, as in XRG here, it's even more important, I think, because it's a weaker car. We got Agustin, Twin Cam, Leo, Pablo, and Rick in the good positions. As the lights start to go off, 3 reds, green, and it's go time. I think Twin Cam gets a good start. And I'm wrong, as Leo gets a better start than Twin Cam.
Yeah, so Leo's straight off the blocks. He's going to go around the outside. He's going to try and go around the outside of Twin Cam into turn number 1. And
Leo again massive on the brakes, but with a worse exit. But I think there might be some drafting going on now, because Leo definitely has Twin Cam in his sights. He lifted a bit as to give himself more space.
Yeah, it's all going off in the background. We've got 3 wide with Fatal involved. But Agustin is out and away. Twin Cam has pressure from Leo and Pablo.
I think considering how Leo was good on brakes, he might have this. Twin Cam tries to fight it. Leo goes wide and Twin Cam. That was a great braking from Twin Cam. Somebody goes off. That's
Magic,
Texas.
No, Texas, yeah.
Thank you, Texas, for the great skin.
And a great pirouette as well, yeah. Twin Cam and Leo still side by side. Yeah.
I mean, respect where respect is due. Twin Cam has been having a great couple of races here.
He has indeed. Twin Cam has. Well, if he gets a good finish here, he may be pretty high up on the championship standings. Fatal pits. He's going to do his pit stop early in the race.
Might be smart.
Yeah, might be smart indeed.
He was in traffic anyway, so Leo again. Do you want to overtake in turn 1 and then just, be overtaken on the straight? You want to have draft here like Leo has now and just take and overtake Twin Cam now.
Well, he's going to try around the outside, which is an unusual way to get it done.
All the time the leader has just stretched his advantage to over a second now.
Yeah, I mean, Agustin was a name we saw towards the end of last season, if I'm not mistaken. Zdravko.
He did drive a few times.
Yeah.
Oh, Twin Cam leaves the cars with plus 1 millimeter, and that's counting the curb too. But that's all fair.
Koivunen's rolled it on the sausage curbs at the second chicane, actually the only chicane on this route around Blackwood. But Pekka's gone, he's rolled it. That's not a good start to the race for him. And we've got a huge scrap around TJ and Doctor driving the black XFG. I think that was Presley going in the pits. And it's Donny who's leading this little train. Fnatic, Unite, and Faku Spin also in a fight here. who's been forced to the back of this group. Matic trying to get through, and he does. Not a good exit for Unite, unfortunately. And yet again, these two side by side. DJ.
So Leo again goes on to twin cam. Now he's more aggressive. They touch a bit. I think Leo has had enough of it. Let's see on the braking. Twin cam was very good last time around. And again, he manages to... Oh, Leo goes wide. As another car behind him goes wider. That was Donny, I think.
I don't know if it was Donny. I don't know who it was, actually. Not sure who went wide, possibly a back marker. But yeah, look at this.
Been mighty on brakes.
He has. Brick 98 might be at risk of closing down here. Spin and Doctor both pitting. Towards the end of the qualifying session, we didn't actually settle the rules of our game. So we'll have to think about that. Magic versus Igor.
Yeah, into turn 1, Magic on the outside. Yeah, what happens? Nobody wants to lead out of this turn, it looks like, because the guy leading is under attack for the whole straight. But Magic takes point. And Igor takes the draft. Magic tries to cover. And this is P7 for Magic at the moment. It's a great run. Let's not forget that Magic runs this GTI Thursdays mostly. A great deal of work going into these races to make them as good as they are.
Yeah, kind of goes unnoticed really most of the time, but good to highlight it when we can. That Magic is the muscle behind the GTI Thursday series, if it's fair to say, Zdravko.
Yeah. He's a great guy. And as Igor has learned, a great racer too.
Yeah, indeed. You've got to be pretty special to drive in the top places in GTI Thursday. Some super talented cars, super talented drivers, I mean, in this series. Magic versus Igor again, up to turn 1. Magic on the inside. Brakes later. Going to go a little bit deep. Igor might have a sniff here. Yeah, he does. And they're going to be side by side again down the back straight.
So that's 3 laps already now. But Magic now gets the draft. It's interesting. You go wider and it looks like you lost something, but you actually gained ability to draft. It's quite a tactical game on this track. Igor very late on brakes, but I think Magic has this. Yep, nice pass.
Yeah, and that'll be him done. Meanwhile, Agustin on lap number 5, almost completing lap number 5, has a 1.5 second lead over Twin Cam. And Twin Cam himself has slightly gapped Leo. It's a good effort. Not going well for our picks, boys, but never mind. It's just a game.
Yeah, I don't know what Twin Cam ate today.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely found some speed.
Oh well.
He's way ahead of his B2R stablemate. And one thing I noticed is that RP is quite weaker with XFG.
Eagle's rejoining after a battle. Where's he going to come out? He's going to come out behind Fatal.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
a few cars behind.
Fado is leading car that pitted.
Lucas has also pitted. Houghton has not pitted. Neither have these guys at the front. Agustin, Twin Cam P2. Leo in P3 now under pressure from Rick 98. So at risk of losing a podium, and he's gone pretty deep. Managing to recover it. Enough so that Rick 98 will have to try somewhere else.
Yeah, but now Leo has a bit dirty tires, so he will be under attack. XFG really does not like overdriving.
Unite pits. Twin Cam takes the fastest lap.
It will be interesting to track where Unite comes out in relation to Fado. It looks like Fado is doing a good job.
Well, he's certainly in a battle here. He's going to have to try and get past these two pretty quickly.
Fado is ahead of Unite.
Yeah, Fatal was one of the first cars to pit, remember, so a little bit out of position, but he's in traffic, and you don't want to be in traffic.
He's in good position now. If he catches drafts from Arska, he might have a clean road ahead of him now. If he overtakes Arska, and don't forget that Arska might not fight that hard. He knows it's not for position. So this might put Fado into a good place.
Yeah, Igor's now going to challenge Arska. So unless Arska gets Fatal back immediately, this could be good for the Fragmaster's driver. This is where Pekka Koivunen rolled it a couple of laps ago. TJ and Loco are also having a battle at the penultimate corner now. TJ on the outside in the yellow machine. Lots in behind Loco.
Yeah, I think he will try to get him. They touch a bit. So I don't think he wants to overtake him just yet. Yeah, he brakes tented. He brakes slowly. But now he's just side by side with Loco. You want to have some draft. Yeah, he takes it now. So now he just wants to slingshot past Loco, build the speed, and whichever way Loco goes, he defends the inside. It won't matter because TJ will have enough of an overspeed. Only thing that can bring him down is the inferior brakes in his setup. Yeah, but he was whole car ahead in the braking zone.
Oh, we've had an incident up ahead involving these two, I believe. Carls and T-Bug. Carls, who got the fastest lap in race number 1 by a margin.
And while we were watching TJ, something happened important for the race. Arska retook Fado. That's unexpected, and that's really destroying Fado's race and getting Igor and Unite back. Igor is quietly sniffing the exhaust plumes out of XFG from Fado. You kinda hope Igor would be closer, so it would be better advertisement for sim broadcasts.
Yeah, there's no zoom on this camera, unfortunately.
Yeah. Thankfully, the concertina effect means cars get closer in braking zones.
Yeah.
So, will Igor take draft from Arska now? I think he could. Yeah, this will bring him close to Fado.
Yeah, now it's Igor's turn to play. But that's cleanly passed. Asker's really messed up that corner. Got too many tyres on the AstroTurf on the behind the curb. Slowed him down quite a lot.
So for my pick watch, I can say that Twinkum has basically dropped Leo.
Yep.
So that's a great race from Twinkum.
Yeah, can't take it away from him at all.
Yeah, and leader is not that far away. Leader just has to have a problem on pit stop, and Twinkum is right there.
Seven laps to go, including this one. And someone's got to dig deep if they want to change the front of this race. Leo looks like, as you said, he's dropped Rick 98 a little bit. Rick 98 not in the slipstream now, so Leo has a bit of time to focus on his lines. 136 and Doctor side by side into turn one, as to Presley and Yarvenpar.
There's also an overtake happening as Igor has caught up to Fero with a massive draft and massive overspeed. By massive, I mean he's driving 2 kilometers per hour faster, but it's a long straight, so it counts. As he goes a bit wide, yeah, less tire on the dirt. This will hurt him in this turn as car goes a bit sideways. Fero has better speed now. We will go for the switch.
Ooh,
just enough of the space, just enough.
One 136 has had a spin further down the order.
Fero does not want to give that place away.
Nope. Well, he can't battle too hard, or else he's going to be caught from behind again. They've got a bit of a buffer. Second and a half back to Lucas and Lallaroo, who are also fighting. It looks like Lallaroo's gone in the pits. So, oh no! Fatal and Igor come together. Igor lucky again not to go in the wall. That's the third time that Igor has had to do some corrective oversteer.
Igor is on a mouse. Yeah, okay. It's a bit easier, I think, to catch those big slides with mouse. I think with some big with some big drag drive wheel, you could just get your hands damaged.
Yep. As Unite goes for a move on Rocket down the home straight.
Unite fighting for P19.
Yeah, a stark contrast from Tuesday for Unite. He goes wide again. Unite is absolutely giving up here. I think he wants to go and join the ambulance. Yeah, he's gone off to join the paramedics at the side of the track. Wow.
Yeah. Maybe a wrong skin or something. It was not purple.
This can't be a surprise at this point.
Yeah, it's a given.
Exactly. It's an actual thing. Agustin starts lap 12 with a 2.1 second gap over Twincam, and it's Leo in P3. This wasn't a reverse grid race, I want to remind anyone who's joining us now. There was a qualifying session, a 10-minute qualifying session to order this grid. So if it looks slightly unusual, it's unusual for good reason.
It shows that the qualifier results were not a fluke.
No, exactly.
As top three just kept their positions. Yeah, that's what you lose by not having the reverse grid. It's always, I wouldn't say a danger, but it can always happen that just everybody gets their best quality they can, and it just means they're all sorted by pace already.
Mm-hmm.
But after all, if we are searching for the best driver, you don't want the randomness of reverse grid.
Yeah, and if you're searching for the best driver, you don't want to pay attention to whoever Zdravko, Chris and I choose ahead of each race either. Because clearly we've got it wrong at the moment.
To be fair, I'm picking TJ or Fado is not a bad pick. I was expecting TJ to be higher up.
Maybe.
But it is what it is. He's P10 at the moment. I think that Fado might even finish ahead of TJ for this race.
Well, we'll see. There's going to be pit stops coming very soon. For the top guys, at least. Most of the bottom half of the field have already done their pit stops. Fatal has managed to get past and clear Igor now, opening a bit of a gap, but too little too late, do you think, Zdravko? I think he was held up quite a lot there.
Yeah, I think that Fado will gain some more positions as we have a fight for P9 team between Master and Rocket. Master goes for the inside. Let's see what happens. He's better on the brakes. Will he manage to... He hits the apex nicely. Even gets himself closer to Ermolo ahead. One thing to note is Master did pit and Rocket did not.
Magic and Fnatic coming to the pits. Yep. Who else is coming to the pits with them? Donnie as well.
There's a fight between Pablo and Abscess into turn 1. Abscess is behind at the moment, but now he has draft. I don't see however Pablo can defend this. Abscess is coming in fast. It's a big overspeed. Pablo will push him to the side of the road. All fair.
It's such a long straight, but to be fair, Pablo did quite well there. But you can just see that it doesn't matter if a car has an overspeed on you. Oh, goodness me. That's one way to defend.
Yeah, that's one thing you can do.
Load them into the next corner.
Yeah, I think Pablo will be fair enough to give the place back. Hopefully.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Maybe he'll get
pretty committed.
Maybe Abscess will just overtake him and he'll just say, "Okay, I get the place back."
Yeah, interestingly, Fatal come out ahead of Fnatic. Only just. He did come out ahead.
It looks to me Fatal might finish behind Abscess. Oh, that's P6, P7. That's not so bad.
Not the win though, is it? As we've got Abscess.
Yeah. Abscess again on Pablo.
Yeah. Rick98 and Leo in the pits, as well as Twinker.
My God, Pablo. Touch between Pablo and Abscess.
Oh,
and again they touch.
Oh my goodness me.
Abscess will not be happy with this.
No. Well, dropping back quite significantly now. Pablo hasn't pitted yet, I don't think. Nope.
Abscess took time to text chat, so that meant he had to lift the mouse button.
Side by side then, Fnatic and Fatal, the two Fs going down towards the final corner. 1 lap to go after this one, which means Agustin has to pit. So too does Pablo. And Ubsas. And TJ. It looks like Fnatic's got the move done.
Fader will fight. Fader will fight this. He wants to cut into the Fnatic.
Oh.
And he does. That's a good move. That's a great move. He's not my teammate. Still a great move.
Yeah.
Fnatic still on it. You know what's interesting? I think the Abscess will come right between those guys out of pits because he had that slowdown with Pablo.
Well, we're going to find out exactly what's going on. There is Pablo. Oh, he tries to block him in.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. Twin Cam is going to come out in second place.
Did Abscess overtake Pablo for pits?
Yes, he did, because Pablo had to readjust his position.
And Abscess gets a drive-through penalty.
Oh, not again. That's happened before. Upsas gets a drive-through. He's going to come
And
out ahead of
Fnatic
those guys as well.
Oh, this is very close with Pablo, Fnatic and Pablo. Oh, this will be tasty. Abscess is out of this. Don't forget it.
Upsas is out, yeah.
Yeah.
TJ and Igor together. And TJ is going to be trying to get in the slipstream of the guys ahead as well to be pulled along even more. Probably not going to be enough. Igor's really frantically trying to get past. No, he's past now, but then it's Fnatic and Fnatic and Fatal ahead. Sorry, Fatal trying to go around the outside of Fnatic again. What's TJ going to think of this?
TJ will want to take a place. Fatal is still in this. He will push Fnatic wide now because there's a car there. Fnatic can take the apex and Fatal might clear the whole car. Take the middle line.
Yeah. TJ now trying to go on the outside.
Touch.
We've got to look at Augustin though, who's driven a perfect race, pole position, drove away and wins. Fair play to Augustin. Didn't see that one coming, did we, in the commentary box? But there we go. Across the line in second place, it's another P2 for Twin Cam. Very nice day for him indeed. If I'm not mistaken, he'll take the net lead in the championship. Leo P3, Rick 98 in P4, Pablo P5, Fatal P6, Fnatic P7, TJ 8th, Igor 9th, and Donny our top 10. And we'll wait to see the rest of the cars come through as we check out our leader and winner.
That's a good improvement from Fatal on the qualify position. It looks like pitting in the first lap paid out for him.
Indeed. Gained about, 10 or so places. We'll work it out. Am I to believe then that our scores at the end of that are 0 across the board then? We're not going to change the rules of our game for this season?
Yeah. Imagine if at the end of the season the scores are 0-0-0.
I mean, that means, Chris and you did say that you wanted to do it whoever finished highest. And I didn't say anything. I don't really mind. So it's up to you because it's up to you two because if you go with that, then you're leading with 1.
I can't vote because that would mean I lead now. So
I'll let Chris
it's up to Chris then.
Yeah, I'm not going to decide. Chris is happy with whoever's ahead. All right, we'll give you a point.
Well, thank you then.
Yeah, it's changed from who's going to win to who's highest, and it wasn't Augustin. On our list, but Augustin wins in spectacular fashion, it has to be said. Good effort.
Yeah, 3.5 seconds on this combo. That's dominant.
Indeed. Augustin wins in 24 minutes and 59 seconds, 0.95. That's a pretty fast time considering that these races are timed to 25 minutes long. Twin Cam in P2. Again, a second P2 for him today. That's a great effort, you have to say, Zdravko. A very nice result for him. He will take the net lead in the championship with that. Leo P3, Rick 98 P4, Pablo Fatal, Fnatic, TJ, Igor, and Donny, your top 10. Then it's Lucas for Road Appraiser in 11th, Loco for Born to Race in 12th, Magic, Yarmalo, Master, Doctor, Carl's, Pedro BR, T-Bug, and Yarvanpar round out the top 20.
So in P21 we got Bitor Raymond, followed by Lara Rooks, Presley, Arska, Rocket. P26 was held by Telos, followed by 136 MPH. P28 was Abscess with his 32nd penalty. P29 Paul Valeski, and P30 Christian Hoy. I hope that's correct.
It's Johnny SVK, but we'll forgive you for that.
He needs to change his
does need to change his
nickname again.
It does.
Yeah. Until he does, we will just butcher
it. Yeah.
Yep. P31, we got Free Jump, Hermione, Hooligan, Kaupinen, and Houtonen. And the last 5 drivers did not finish the race. We got Sidus Unite, Texas, Fakospin, and Koivunen. And then P14 Nano was disqualified for not bidding. He was also the last of the drivers on the field, I think.
On our results screens, we are now showing you the penalties that people got, and also if they DNF'd and audio did not start and things like that. But Nano is disqualified for some reason or another, failing to pit. Right, so yeah, that's why he's all the way down there. But yeah, Augustin, cannot take it away from him. A 1 minute 32.29 best lap. He took the qualifying pole position and won quite spectacularly there, it has to be said.
Yep. Congratulations to the winners.
Indeed, and congratulations to you, Zdravko, on your your first point in our inter-team championship. There it is. Hey. You picked Leo. It was wrong, but you get a point anyway because that's how our game works. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gents, that is the end of round 1 of Fragmaster's GTI Thursday for 2023. Let me get that right. And that is the first of 4 rounds of the sub-championship, the GTI Masters in 2023. 4 rounds. If you fancy competing next time, then get in the server early. We know it was an absolute sellout tonight. People struggling to get into the server even for the start of the race. Next time out on January 12th, it's the XFG, then the XRG at Fern Bay Gold Reversed. And if you can't join us for that, then we hope to see you at the next round we'll be broadcasting on January 26th, which will be both cars again at West Hill National. That should be a good one to round out the championships, Zdravko.
Yeah, the West Hill is always great, and there are places to overtake there. Few slow corners, many fast corners, and some straights. It's a complete track. It has everything.
It does indeed. We are then going to be broadcasting the last round of the month until the end of the year. So 12 rounds after today at the end of each month for Fragmaster's GTI Thursday. Apologies for the late start to tonight's broadcast, and also apologies that Twitch decided to crash halfway through. That one was out of our control. And until next time, we hope you have a great one, and we'll see you very soon. This Sunday, we've got MRC's Rallycross Championship starting up. And then we have a very packed schedule throughout January. You can check that out at simbroadcasters.tv/calendar for all the stuff we've got coming up. We hope you enjoy the coverage in LFS. And if you don't get out there on track, we're going to be pretty disappointed. So yeah, grab your copy of LFS and go and do some driving, because it's still a great sim. There's great competitions going on all the time. And yeah, go and enjoy it. Zdravko, you have a good one. We'll see you next time. Good night.
See ya.